And now Vanessa Shin from PCE is up, and she has fans. And I just want a few words about Vanessa. She aspires to connect community members with the benefits of clean energy and build relationships with trusted messengers in the community. Vanessa became interested in the role of clean energy in achieving local sustainability goals through implementing the City of Cupertino's Climate Action Plan. And yeah, actually, and for someone to work on a plan to be excited about implementation, it's a great thing. So most recently, Vanessa led youth engagement initiatives at Silicon Valley Clean Energy before moving north to Peninsula Clean Energy. And she has limited time, so I just want to go straight away to her. And so take the screen if you need, and I will tiptoe out of here.
Great. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, and to Sustainable Silicon Valley for inviting us to present today, and for all of you for tuning in. I'm super excited to be here today to share a little bit about Peninsula Clean Energy and how we're collaborating and working with our communities and many partners to contribute to local climate action and clean energy. So really excited to be here today. And to start us off, I wanted to share a quick 1-minute video highlighting a family that recently received recognition in our AllElectric Leadership Awards. And I really love this video just because it really illustrates how members of our community are taking action and really leading the way and showing us how we can live a more climate-friendly and sustainable life with clean energy.
Hi, I'm Andy.
And I'm Kathy Goforth, and we'd like to welcome you to our all-electric home. So one of the first things that Bayren recommended that we do was upgrade the insulation, and we had cellulose insulation blown in. So this is probably my favorite of the new things that we've got. This is our induction stove. What I like the most about this is so incredibly easy to clean up. By replacing the gas furnace with a heat pump, we also got air conditioning, and we wanted to get one that had a really good filter so that we would have better air quality in the house. After we replaced the water heater, we saw our energy bill go down because we weren't using gas to heat water. I think some people, when they hear about giving up their gas, they think of making some kind of a sacrifice, and we're
liberation. We could get a
yeah, we feel more like it's a liberation.
It's a liberation.
If you need to upgrade anything on your house, really seriously consider electrification.
Awesome. Hope that you found that video to be inspiring as well. I feel so honored to be a part of this amazing lineup, and really appreciated Sean's expertise and background, and looking forward to hearing about all the other all-electric champions on the call later today. And so, yeah, just wanted to start that off and really show just some of the really practical benefits of moving to an all-electric life. Really, an example being like with the heat pumps, making the home more comfortable with having access to air conditioning, or another example being with the induction cooktop, just being so much more convenient and easier to clean. And so if you want to learn more and check out some of our other award-winning homes and commercial buildings, you can find that on our website as well.
Hi, I'm Andy.
Great. And so to step a little bit back, I wanted to introduce Peninsula Clean Energy more formally. And so we are a public agency that was launched in 2016 with a vision to build a sustainable world with clean energy for everyone. And so our electricity service is an automatic benefit of living in San Mateo County. And so most of the programs and other services that I'll be talking about today will apply to residents of San Mateo County. And so we are a public agency created to address climate change through clean energy. And we were formed with a lot of support from the community. And actually, when we were authorized, we were voted to be created unanimously by the city council members in each of the cities, as well as the San Mateo County Board of Supervisors. So a lot of public support to creating Peninsula Clean Energy. We are, and again, as a local public agency, that means that we are not-for-profit and we are community-led. And so we are governed by a board of directors made up of local elected officials from our community. And I also have the great pleasure of supporting our Citizens Advisory Committee, which is a committee of residents that advises our agency on different topics. And so, again, I think it's worth repeating that we serve San Mateo County. And if you live outside of our service area, I encourage you to tune into Colleen McCain's presentation, I think later today at around 2:45. And she'll be discussing Silicon Valley Clean Energy, our sister agency that serves many communities in Santa Clara County. And I'm also one of their customers and encourage you to check out some of their offerings as well. And so to share a little bit more about what Peninsula Clean Energy is and how it works, I have this handy diagram here on the slide. And this is supposed to depict and show how Peninsula Clean Energy works with PG&E to deliver electricity to our customers, which includes residents, businesses, schools, local government agencies, etc. And so Peninsula Clean Energy operates here on the left side of the diagram in what's called electricity generation. And so what we do is we work behind the scenes to purchase electricity from 100% clean sources. So in practice, we sign contracts and procure energy from sources such as large solar farms or big wind turbines. And we provide energy that is cleaner, but also at a lower cost. And so we pass along a little bit of savings to our customers, and our rates are 5% less than what you would have paid PG&E. And so PG&E continues to own and operate the power lines and other infrastructure that brings that electricity to you. And then you, as our customer, get to benefit automatically. And speaking of benefits, I really wanted to highlight some key community benefits here. And so I just mentioned that our rates are at a 5% discount compared to PG&E. And so for our typical customer, that comes out to just a few dollars of savings every month. But then when you consider all of our customers, we estimate that our customers have saved over $104 million since we were created in 2016. So really significant savings and money that can stay here in the community. I also talked about how we were formed to help address climate change. And so really excited to share that in partnership with our customers and communities, we've been able to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from electricity by 96% since before we began in 2016. And we are working and hoping to do even more. And so I am really excited to share one of our big strategic goals, which is our 24/7 renewable power goal. And just as a warning, it might get a little wonky, a little more in the weeds, but thought you all might be interested in hearing about this, and it's something that I'm always excited to share. And so how it is currently is that we are already procuring nearly 100% carbon-free power for all of our customers. And so that means there are very little greenhouse gas emissions that from the electricity that we purchase for our customers. And the way that we currently do that is on an annual basis. So that means that we purchase enough clean energy to meet the demand of our customers in an entire year. And so because we're looking more on the annual perspective, that sometimes means that our customers there's sometimes times of the day or days of the week in which our customers are receiving electricity from general sources available on the grid. And so there are times of the day, for example, after the sun sets or when the wind isn't blowing, in which the electricity that we have contracted for doesn't necessarily cover the electricity that is demanded by our customers. And so all that to say is that we want to be leaders and work towards supplying clean energy for our customers at all hours of the day. And so that is where our goal comes in. And we want to demonstrate that we can deliver 100% renewable energy for all of our customers at every hour of the day by 2025 and demonstrate that it can be done cost effectively. And really the purpose of this is to continue to drive down our emissions related to electricity and ultimately reduce demand from fossil fuel power plants. I'm also really excited to share about our 2035 decarbonization goal. And so right now we are working with our communities to help contribute to San Mateo County being 100% greenhouse gas free by 2035. So it's a huge goal, very ambitious, and requires a lot of support from our communities and partnerships. And so to provide a little bit more information and context, we have this chart of greenhouse gas emissions from our county estimated in 2019. And so you can see here that there is a big challenge in emissions coming from both the transportation sector as well as our buildings. And we see that as an opportunity and where we can work to contribute to reduce emissions in those sectors and ultimately get our community off of fossil fuels and greenhouse gas emissions. And so we have a number of different programs and services to help our communities get there. And since I think this might bear repeating, but now that our electricity is so clean and we're working to get it even cleaner, we want to be able to help our customers and community to use this clean energy instead of fossil fuels in different parts of our lives. So that includes, for example, in buildings, replacing our appliances that use fossil fuels like methane gas, also known as natural gas, with clean appliances that use electricity instead. Or for example, on the road, using electric vehicles or electric bicycles rather than vehicles that use fossil fuels and gas. And so one of the really impactful ways that we can do this as a community is through encouraging adoption of policies such as REACH codes. And so these are local building codes that are more advanced than what is required by the state and encourage buildings that are safer, more comfortable, as well as more environmentally friendly. And so right now we support our local jurisdictions by providing any technical assistance they may need, as well as model codes that they can adopt to their needs. So I encourage you to check out if there are any REACH codes being considered in your community, as this is one of the impactful ways that we can help meet our decarbonization goals. And next, I'll just highlight some of our programs, mostly ones for residents, although we do offer programs for our commercial customers as well. And so that includes in the sectors of buildings, transportation, as well as general resiliency. And I'll be going through these pretty quickly, but I can share the link to the website where you can find more information. So the first program that I'd like to highlight is a really fun one, especially if you are interested in electric vehicles, but not as familiar with the technology or how it might fit into your life. And so if you're a San Mateo County resident, you can receive up to $200 to actually just rent an electric vehicle, drive it around and see how it fits into your life. If you're interested in purchasing an electric vehicle, we do have a rebate right now for used EVs. And so all residents of the county can receive up to $1,000 for a fully electric EV or $700 for a plug-in hybrid EV. And if you meet certain income requirements, there are additional rebates, and you could potentially receive up to $6,000 for a used electric vehicle. And these programs also stack with some of the state rebates. And so we're really hoping to try and make electric vehicles more accessible for our community. Transitioning into the building sector, wanted to highlight our heat pump water heater rebate. Not many people know that the appliance in their home that typically produces the most greenhouse gas emissions is the water heater. And so this is a really great opportunity and rebate, especially if your water heater right now is getting a little bit on the older side. And so this rebate provides $2,000 or more for homeowners who want to replace a gas water heater with a more efficient electric heat pump water heater, which Sean discussed earlier in the presentation. And I also wanted to mention that there are additional rebates for income qualified customers, as well as customers who may need to upgrade your electrical panel. So want to let you know that that is a program that you may be eligible for. We also have a partnership right now with Sunrun to provide up to $500 in incentives to lease a solar and storage system. And really, the benefits of doing so is resilience and being able to maintain power during outages, because not only are you generating your own electricity with the solar panels, but you also have a battery storage system to store excess energy to use in the evenings or if the grid ever goes down. And so this program is structured to help make solar and storage more accessible. And in many cases, you won't need any money down in the lease agreement. Next, I wanted to highlight our home upgrade program. And this is a comprehensive program, particularly for income qualifying residents. And so this program offers free home improvements and repairs, including upgrades of appliances. And I'll note that the income cap for this program is just over $100,000 for a single person household, and the income cap does increase if you have more people in your home. And so if either you or someone you know could benefit from this program, definitely encourage you to check it out as well. And then finally, I wanted to give you all a sneak preview of a program that will be launching soon. This is called our OnBill Financing program. And essentially what this does is it makes it easier for homeowners to pay for upgrades to their home. And so you can receive up to $10,000 in 0% interest loans that you would pay back on your energy bill for eligible home improvements. And so that program will be launching, I believe, in the summer of this year. So wanted to put that on your radar in case you are considering any home upgrades. And then finally, another one of my favorite parts of this job is to partner with our schools. And so I also wanted to highlight that we have very strong partnerships to help increase environmental literacy in our schools, including an environmental leadership program for high school students, internships in energy and sustainability for community college students, as well as support for teachers who want to create and implement energy curriculum in the classroom. And so, no, that was a lot of information. And so I encourage you all to visit our website, connect with us on social media, as well as reach out directly if you have any questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vanessa. Here I am. Okay, I know you're going to have to leave us in just a few minutes, and we'll bring Tom Cabot up to get into the panels. But I did want to ask you, as someone who experienced the recent power outage in the, I guess it was more the Kenyatta substation, apparently. I just wondered if you had any updates on that. situation from the other day. Apparently, it's still getting worked on. Last I heard, Stanford campus was down.
Yeah, so because we work more on the electricity generation side, are not, we don't work closely with the actual like distribution and
Mm-hmm.
power line types of things, which I imagine might have been more of the cause of some of the recent outages. So unfortunately, I can't provide any information on that front, but we are, something that exciting that we are working on is partnering with local government agencies in our community to install solar, as well as solar and storage systems on critical community facilities. And so that's one way that we're helping to
Mm-hmm.
make our community more resilient to these power outages. But know that that is definitely a huge concern and something that we need to work on moving forward.
Well, really looking forward to the OnBill program. I mean, you know, that's something that made a lot of sense, and it's, you know, I mean, it penciled out years ago, so it's great to see that it's coming available. I guess you said later this summer.
Yes.
Yeah, so definitely we'll keep an eye on that and look to amplify any announcements on that. So yes, thanks for your presentation, and you know, I always learn something new from these presentations. There's so many programs that are involved, and so we're just going to have to keep you on all the time.
Well, really appreciate the opportunity and look forward to continue working with you.
Well, great. So we're going to, and I think we just get you out of here with a minute to spare. So thanks so much.